What's going on, fellow junkies, and welcome back. Horror Junkies 509, Kyle the 13th, coming at you again, you guys. And I know that everyone is away at their conventions this weekend, whether you're in Seattle at Crypticon or you're over in Texas at Texas Frightmare. But hopefully you guys will come check this out when you get back, and hopefully get to check out your guys' videos and all the cool things you bought. As you guys can see, I didn't get to go to Crypticon this year, but you know, it is what it is, you guys. Hopefully, money will be there next year. My plan is that I'm going to save up all my money this year, me and Angelina, and then we're going to try and make the jump to Texas next year, because I'm over in Washington State, so that's a little bit of a jump for a convention. But I've gone to Texas, or not Texas, but Crypticon the last couple years. I love it. I hate that I have to miss it, but I think we're going to try and make it to the bigger convention so we can come out and see a lot of you guys, other fellow YouTubers. So I think that's going to be really cool, and hopefully we'll see you guys next year. But to get into this video, you guys, this is going to go ahead and be my March and April DVD Blu-ray update, you guys. I've been waiting for a little while to do this. I wanted to get one more movie, and it arrived today, so what the heck. Let's get rock and rolling, even though that technically should go to May, but whatever. I bought it in April, so we'll deal with it. Like always, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and do the non-horror movies first. I'm going to kind of burn through these real quick because this is not what we come for. They're all Blu-rays this time, which is really out of the ordinary for me, but it is what it is. So, first things first, I went ahead and got Justice League. Just trying to give DC a shot. Just, you know, Marvel's kind of running train on the comic book movies, but it is what it is. Next is just Spider-Man Homecoming. Finally found it cheap enough because I'm not really crazy about these movies, but, you know, it's what's coming out, so it is what it is. Next one, had to have it. Star Wars Last Jedi. Big Star Wars fan. May the 4th be with you. I am taping this on Star Wars Day. And then last but not least, of course, I had to get Thor Ragnarok. Angelina's absolutely obsessed with Thor. It's her favorite. And hell, Thor's a badass. Alright, you guys, so to go ahead and get into what we actually come here for, the horror movies. Like always, you guys, I'm going to start with the DVDs. And this one, I feel like I went nuts on Blu-rays. I normally like to get 1 or 2 Blu-rays a month, but this month, I just went nuts on Blu-rays. But we're still going to go with DVDs first. So, like always, alphabetical order, I'm going to go, first one's Arachnophobia. A movie I've never watched before, but I definitely wanted to go ahead and check it out. It's just kind of one of those horror classics I needed to get under my belt. I'm not afraid of spiders, but this is a damn good movie. A spider that kills you with one bite, yeah, that's scary. That's scary, but spiders really aren't scary. But I still really enjoy this movie. John Goodman is my absolute hero in this movie. He's awesome. Running down, you know, I always thought this movie was going to be a horror movie. I guess it's still classified as one. But to me, it really wasn't much of a horror movie, but I still really enjoyed it. Still going to go in my horror collection, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and show you Bad Ronald. Really dug this movie. It's kind of about a movie of a guy that kills a girl in an accident, and then his mom hides him inside the house. The mom ends up dying, so this guy's just in this spot in the house where no one could see him, and then people are living in this house, and he's just watching them, and it's really weird, but really good. I really enjoyed that one. Next up, I went ahead and got an upgrade because I have this movie, but it's a bootleg that I got from Crypticon last year. I wanted the more, you know, legit one. So I went ahead and got Bad Taste. Still working on trying to get a Cemetery Man because my bootleg one, I like bootlegs sometimes, but, you know, when there's a real copy out there, I really like to get the real copy. Alright, you guys, and I was stoked to finally get this one. It's been on my Amazon watch list for far too long. I've watched it part way. I haven't quite gotten a chance to finish it yet. And that is Frank Henenlotter's Frankenhooker. And I do love Frank Henenlotter. The Basket Case trilogy is amazing. Brain Damaged, I'm sorry. Just love those movies, and stoked to add this one to my collection. And this is the one that arrived today. So this one I have not seen yet. I don't know anything about it, but it's Stephen King. And I don't know, it's just one I've wanted to check out, and I like the cover. Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. And I really wanted to get it because I do work graveyards, so I know a thing or two about it. Moving on to a trilogy I kind of never really gave the time of day. I watched a remake of this movie, and that's what these sequels are based off of. And I really like the remake, but I mean, I don't know, it's not really my style of movie, so I don't really watch too many of them, but it was just the time. So I went ahead and got I Spit on Your Grave 2. This movie is kind of a lot like the remake. But kind of the same story, but this one goes a little bit further with kind of make sure this girl's good and screwed. Not as far as raping, but in a pretty tough uphill situation. But I still thought it was pretty good. Then to go with it, I went ahead and got I Spit on Your Grave 3. I was kind of expecting the same exact movie, but they went completely different on this one. I can't tell if it heard it yet or not. A lot of people said they didn't really like this one. I kind of liked it, but just because I was different. But I mean, I was not what I was expecting. So watching it, I'll probably have to watch it again at some point. Yeah. Another one, I got this movie because I really am a big fan of the original The Town That Dreaded Sundown. And the director that directed this, The Legend of Boggy Creek. I really like this guy's film style because it's kind of like almost like a mockumentary style-esque. It's really like documentary. There's a narrator in it from time to time. And I don't know, I just really like this. This is like a rated G horror movie. But I still find it very enjoyable. It is very slow. So if you're expecting a lot of excitement, this is not going to be for you. But I really enjoyed this movie. I really did. Next, I've heard some whispers of this movie before. I believe Todd from All Things Horror mentioned this to me, and he kind of just said it the way I needed it to be said for me to be interested in it. And that's Shock 'Em Dead. I mean, when I look at this cover, it doesn't look like it's kind of like a rock and roll, heavy metal kind of movie, but it really is. Kind of an interesting movie, but it was really good. Definitely need to watch it again. I've only watched it once so far. And this next one, this was actually one I bought for Angelina, but since, we live together, every time that she gets a horror movie, I put it in the horror collection. So that's going to be Stephen King's Sometimes They Come Back. I have not gotten a chance to watch this all the way through yet, but I was definitely digging what I was seeing. This is one of Angelina's favorite movies as a kid. So stoked to add this one to the collection, and she's always showing me something cool. So I'm sure I'll love it just as much as she does. And the next big thing I got, me and Angelina have been working on this pretty hard. I've never seen these before. They never were on my TV as a kid, so I never really had a chance. But Angelina loved this series as a kid, and she's loving getting to rewatch it, and I'm loving getting to watch it for the first time. And that is the complete series of Tales from the Crypt, seasons 1 through 7. Like I said, I never watched them as a kid, but I've always wanted to. And so I finally got this for like $40 on Amazon. Great deal. Just keep an eye on it, and it goes up and down if you want this. But yeah, we're on season 3. Just started it last night, so we're moving pretty quick through it. We're not blowing through it or anything like that. Alright guys, so that's the end of the DVDs. Now let's get to my stack of Blu-rays. I don't honestly know how I got so many Blu-rays, but I don't know. It just kind of kept happening, so I guess it is what it is, right? Alright guys, so first things first, brand new release from Scream Factory, which I love. I don't upgrade very often, but when it happens, it happens. But this was one of those movies I want to support because I want a sequel very, very badly. And I know there's one in the works. It's just, independent. It's going to take a long time. And that's Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. One of my favorite slasher movies. I love this movie to death, and I would really love a sequel. And I just, I know if it's anything like this one, it's just going to be great. And I also have The Mask of Leslie Vernon. I've done a video on that in my past, so if you guys want to check that out, it's really awesome. It's from Trick or Treat Studios. And then one I kept hearing on podcast Three Guys to Horror, one I definitely had to pick up because it kept just sounding so interesting, and that's Blood Diner. And I will honestly admit that this is a fun-ass 80s movie. I really enjoyed this a lot. It is going to be one of those little weird ones. It's got a little quirky, but I love little quirky movies like this. So, definitely. And so, to kind of give you guys this little bit of story, I went absolutely apeshit on Code Red. They had a good sale recently, and when you're like, you shouldn't be buying things, and you shouldn't be, but there's such a good deal that you can't pass it up. That's what I did. I was buying things when I shouldn't be. So I kind of got quite a bit from Code Red, and this is going to be the first one on the Deadly Dreams. Definitely a movie I had to check out because this guy, from the trailer, it looked like this guy was wearing like a deer butt for a face, but it turned out it was a wolf face or something like that. But definitely good, interesting slasher. Nothing great, nothing spectacular, but I don't know. It's just I like having these random slashers in my collection. I'm sure I'll watch this again at some point, and it's gonna be just one of those things. I love having just craziness in my collection, but this is gonna be one of the craziness. Kind of like my last review, the Welcome to Spring Break. That's just one of those random slashers I like to have in there. I'm not gonna watch it a lot, but there's gonna be a day when I want to watch it again. Next thing, guys, you're gonna notice I'm gonna start getting like the collections of all the slasher genres and like the little box sets of Blu-rays. Not because I don't like buying them singly. I love buying them singly, but I'm trying to make more room in my shelves because everything is just jam-packed. So I went ahead and got this little guy from Scream Factory of Halloween. It's got every single one in there. So I thought it was kind of cool, but it's such a small size that I really just need this right now because I need to make room for more movies because I will not stop. And that's kind of just how that goes. So I went ahead and got the box set of Halloween. Yeah, it's everything. So Halloween all the way through Resurrection, and then Halloween, Rob Zombie, all the 1 and 2. So it's got everything in there. Next up was just the next one in the collection for this series, and I had to have it because I'm a really big fan of this franchise. Insidious, The Last Key. I really dug this one. Probably going to be one of maybe my second favorite in the franchise. Maybe they'll have to do a franchise Fridays on this someday, but I still think they might squeeze out one more. I don't know. I really think they need to stop because I really don't want to see this franchise go to worse lengths. I don't want it to be Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that. Next one I'm going to show was actually another upgrade, but it's because I absolutely hate the DVD cover to this movie that I have. And I saw this coming out, and I saw the new cover, and I saw them using the old cover, and I just wanted it because I always wanted the old cover, but I couldn't get it. So go ahead and show you the new Arrow Studios Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And I love this cover art. I think it's super cool. But then on the underside, I get the old cover art. This is the one I always wanted on my DVD, but I never found it. But yeah, so I had to get this, and now I can get rid of that crappy DVD I have. I absolutely hate it. Going right back to Code Red, you guys, I finally got this movie I've been wanting for a long time because I heard Bill Paxton is the killer in it, and that's Mortuary. He is awesome in this movie. He is such a little creepy weirdo, and I love it. Mortuary, love it. Next one was kind of just another random buy, just because I had to get a certain amount to make the sale work. So this is another Code Red, and that's Slaughterhouse Rock. I was really kind of hoping this wasn't going to be like a rock anthem, and it really wasn't that much. But I figured Slaughterhouse Rock because they're going to, what's the prison on here? Alcatraz. So I figured maybe it was Slaughterhouse and they're on the rock because Alcatraz is on an island. I was dead wrong, and I'm okay with admitting that. Yeah, so it was okay. Definitely another random movie I'll probably watch a few times here and a few times there. Another one from Code Red. I hope you guys aren't getting tired of hearing that just yet. But I got Slithis. Slithis. Good creature feature I've been checking out for a little while. I believe Eric Bindle from Horror Man Cave talked to me about this movie a little bit and, you know, kind of pushed me over the edge, and I went ahead and bought it. Definitely very enjoyable. Kind of got that weird Creature from the Black Lagoon feel to it a little bit. Not too much. Obviously, this is in color, but still a good time. And I don't know if you guys remember from my last update, I'm still obsessed with snake movies, and as I find another one, I'm gonna buy it. Coming straight at you from Code Red, Spasms. This is actually a big snake movie, as far as, like, you know, it's a larger snake, it's not one of the little snakes. And this is another practical effects snake, so I really had to get this one because King Cobra is one of my absolute favorite movies because it's a practical effects snake. This one, you don't really get too many good looks at it, but you still do see it. I thought it was decently done for the time, but I enjoy that they did it. They gave it a shot. And the next one, you guys, is kind of like the next big thing in horror right now. Yeah, not everybody loves it, but, you know, I'm going to say generally the big horror fans have enjoyed this, and, you know, the normal horror watchers are enjoying it, and that is Terrifier. Art the Clown, I've enjoyed him since All Hallows Eve. Yes, this is a different actor from All Hallows Eve, but this movie, I mean, yeah, it doesn't have a lot of things going for it as far as story, but Art the Clown is a groundbreaking character, I think. A new horror icon is in the works, and I can't wait to see more of him, and I hope we do. Like I said, this isn't a perfect film by any means of the stretch of the word, but the gore in this, the kills in it, I mean, the Art the Clown himself, I feel like he was a great mime actor, and David Howard Thornton is the guy who played Art the Clown, and he was immaculately amazing, and I really can't wait to see him do more, and I hope he stays with the character, because I feel like he's got it going on with this character. So a lot of people are meeting him right now at conventions and stuff like that, and I hope someday to meet him myself. Alright, you guys, last but not least, I'm hoping I'm not burning your ears off with boredom right now. Another one, it's going to be the last one, but it's also a code red, and this is Terror Circus. I kind of bought this movie just because I loved Circus of the Dead, and, you know, I figured, what's wrong with another horror circus movie? This one was kind of a little different, but, I mean, still enjoyable, a little slow, but, you know, overall, I really enjoyed it. Alright, you guys, so that is the end of my update. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long, you guys. If you guys have any questions about these titles, leave it down in the comments, and I'll get back to you guys. I love communicating with you guys on different things. So, that's going to do it for me. Horror Junkies 509, Cal the 13th, signing out. Just until next time, you guys, and you already know it, I've been sentenced to life. I'm a horror lifer, and hope you guys are having a killer day out there, and I'll see you next time.